Hello Math 159 Statcrunch Lab Part 5. In this video, I'm going to show you how to summarize categorical data as well as do a scatter plot. Categorical data can be summarized by bar graph, which I have covered in Statcrunch Lab Part 2. So in this video, we go a little bit details into other graph like pie chart and also Pareto graph. And also I would show you how to actually input a frequency table that has been summarized. Like these are summarized from data of transportation, and then do a bar graph and pie chart also. And then lastly, scatter plot. So first of all, do a Pareto graph. Okay, so I copy this data into Statcrunch. There's my Statcrunch over here. So use Control V to copy it. So these are the eye color, they are categorical data. So normally we just do bar plot. You would have a bar graph, right? Which has been done before, and then you would say, here at the bottom, you would add the title, and or if you want to, you can relabel the x-axis and y-axis. Now, but from a normal bar graph, we can also change it into a Pareto graph where all the frequency are arranged in order. Why? Because like these two are very close to each other. Maybe you don't know if they are actually the same numbers or like that. So I can do edit. I think I edit here. So you do a bar graph, you edit, and you say order by, not the value, but count. You want to do descending, so the highest one go first. So they would have the two highest frequency bar in the beginning, and then it go down like that. Okay, so we call this the Pareto graph. Strictly speaking, in general, Pareto graph don't have space between them, and also they have lines. But in our case, this is good enough. But if you want to go into details of adjusting, you can do that too. You can overlay them by a line or something. Okay. Yeah. So that's it. Okay. So and remember to add the titles. I'm gonna add the title Pareto graph. Pareto chart for eye color. Okay, that's it. So that's what we have. And then the second graph that we can do is, of course, pie chart. So we have data, we have the original data. So we just select the column, and then just compute. Okay, so they will actually they pick the different color for the color that we want. You can change the color, I guess. And then they also would label the percentage here. And I think you can adjust it by saying, do you want to count? And also, do you want to change it? What is the starting angles and everything? There is a lot of things that you can change. But basically, that's how you do the pie chart. And of course, you do the title at this corner. Okay, so that's pie chart. What else can we do? So let's go back to our data. Oh, if we don't have our original data, but somehow from a newspaper or any data collection source, you have this table already summarized, some categorical data in the frequency table. So I'm going to copy it over. So you have a column where it shows all the categories and also the frequencies. So, but you want to do a graph, so you do not use bar graph or pie charts. Well, you do use them, but you would say, you do not say with data, you say with summary, because these are summaries already. And then you would say the summary labels is where? The summary labels is in the transportation, right? And then the counts are in frequency. And then you just compute. They will graph a bar graph for you. And if you want to change it into Pareto graph, you say, I want to order them by counts descending. So you can say, oh, this carpool is actually the highest one. You can also do pie chart, but with summary, because you have the count summarized against category in the category column and then frequency in the frequency column. And then they will show you this pie chart. Okay, so sometimes this happens. This is quite common to have a data, categorical data summarized like that. Then in the last graph that I want to show you is scatter plot. So suppose we have matched data in a certain days. In a certain days, you record the number of chirps of Acadia and then the temperature of that day. The second day, you record the number of chirps of Acadia and then the temperature also. So these are matched pair. They collected on the same day in how many? 8 days. And you want to find out if there's any correlation between chirps per minute. I think these are per minute versus temperature. I think they have some kind of instrument that they can indicate how many chirps per minute, say Acadia, produce in a minute, and then you can measure the temperature and then collect this data. So we want to study correlation. Copy to Statcrunch. So maybe we'll use a new table. This is rather crowded already. And then I'll do a Control V here to copy it down. I want to show correlation. I'm not summarizing it by histogram. I'm not summarizing it by stamp plot or dot plot. I am looking at correlation. And there are a lot of calculations that you can do, but a graph actually shows if they're correlated. So you just do scatter plot. X variables, chirps, Y variable temps, and then you just do like that. Compute. Then this is the scatter plot. It shows kind of like an upward trend. So you can see that there's some kind of correlation. They're not totally randomized. The correlation is not strictly very, very straight line, but there's some kind of linear correlation. Okay, so that's how you do scatter plot. Again, you go to graph, scatter plot. Maybe I'll start all over. Graphs, scatter plot, and again, we're not summarizing them. We study correlation. X, Y, and then compute. Of course, you will do the title. You say this is a scatter plot, and then in temperature, you can add units. You can say this is trips per minute, temperature is degree Fahrenheit, etc., etc. But that's how you do scatter plot, and you analyze your scatter plot. So that's all for Statcrunch Part 5.